Good afternoon. This is for Maggie, just to let you know the operation of this clock and to make sure that you know it works perfectly fine. As you can see here, the clock is in decent condition and it will be posted to you very soon. What I will do is just basically let you know how to calibrate the clock. But what you should know first of all is that the clock chimes really well. So I'm going to let you listen to it at around about 6:45. And now this should take it to the hour, 7 o'clock. I believe that was 6, so I'm just going to make it 6 o'clock, and then let's go through the motions again, straight to 6:15, and then we're going to go to 6:30, and then we're going to go to 6:45 again, because I believe that this was in the wrong position. Right, then I'm going to move it to around about 7 o'clock, so this should go through the entire motions at 7 o'clock. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll show you how the silent mode works. Also, what you'll find is that there is a new section with this particular type. It's got a slow and a fast. So at the moment, because it's actually running a bit slow, it's put to slow. If you find that your clock is running too fast, you can push it to the right even further to make it more slower, or you can speed it up by pushing it to the left to make it faster. This is quite unique with this particular clock, but the other one is the ability to actually turn the chime off and on. So at the moment it's set to on, and you can just basically switch it off as you like. At this stage, what I'll do is I'll show you what happens when you take this clock and put it on an uneven surface. What happens is that there is a mechanism at the back that allows you to make sure that it's actually calibrated correctly. And I'll take a very close up of this, because the idea is that with all these clocks there is an element where you'll be able to, so let's listen to the clock for a second and let's listen to it and find out how it's supposed to work. So when you receive the clock, what will happen is it'll make this particular sound, and notice how it's actually ticking perfectly fine. The tick and the tock are perfectly even. So that means that it's perfectly sitting on an even level. Now, imagine if it was an uneven level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it uneven by putting these two tissues underneath it to make it a little bit uneven. So I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to put it on an uneven surface so that the tick and the tock are unbalanced. And the reason why I'm doing this is, let's imagine that you put it on your surface and your surface is a different type or different level compared to the surface that we're looking at right now. So it has to tick. So what happens is when you receive it, you just basically swing the pendulum and just listen to it. So what I'm expecting is at some point that this will actually come to a stop because it's on an uneven surface now. So bear with, let me just do that one more time. So the tissues are down there, it's making it uneven. The pendulum hasn't been adjusted as of yet, so what will happen is I'm expecting this to come to a complete halt. So you can hear the tick. The tock is longer than the tick, so it's just struggling to keep the even sound. So the reason why I'm showing you this video is when you receive it, you can't say that it's not working. I'm actually showing the way to actually calibrate it. So notice that the clock has now come to a complete halt on its own. The reason why is because it's on an uneven surface, and what you do in order to actually adjust this is, and I'm going to adjust it for this uneven surface, and I'll show you how to do that, is inside here, and this is with every single one of these clocks, is you push it so that it goes a little bit further beyond, because this little L shape here that comes through the pendulum is adjustable. So you go left a bit, right a bit, and you have to sort of edge it out and edge it back so that you can hear that it's not ticking anymore. So I'll push it to the other side. Now this sound, you can hear it's uneven. The tick is longer than the tock. So let me try that again. Then I'll try it back again. So all I'm doing is just adjusting it so I can hear the sound. So I can hear now that this clock is making a perfect tick-tock. It might come to a halt, so I might need to adjust it again, but I believe that this is correct. And now it's calibrated for this uneven surface. So when you receive it, you'll need to just adjust it with this, just to make sure that it's actually calibrated correctly. And this is with every one of these clocks. Every antique clock has got the ability to make sure that whatever home it's in, it can be adjusted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it back to even again. So I'm going to remove the tissues down at the bottom here. So I'll just remove the tissues. And what you'll find is because now we've adjusted it there, it should come to a halt because it's on an uneven surface. So notice the sound. The tick is longer than the tock. So it is struggling. And now it's come to a halt, and that's because it's on an uneven surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust it just by pushing this L shape just to the left a little bit. So I don't think that's correct. Do it again. Nope, so I think it's the other way around. So let's just push it to the right. Nope. So I'm just listening to the sound. So that's the sound I'm looking for. Perfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to let it run for a little bit, but what you'll find is that this is going to be packaged up as best as possible. I'm going to make sure that the mirror is padded out completely, and it will be sent to you as soon as possible. Again, if you followed me to the end of this, I will write a message on YouTube, but apologies for the delay. It's because the shop wasn't open and I wasn't able to get in. So you've got a working clock, so let's listen to the chimes again. So what you have here is the front of the clock, and it's just a matter of actually moving the hands to the correct position, and what you'll hear is the chime for 1/4 past. Okay, so I'm going to let you listen to the 1/2 past chime. And then I'm going to take it to, there we go. Okay, now you know that that is the 1/4 to at the moment, so it's 1/4 to 8, but what you'll find is there's a little lever here, just on this, that raises these anvils, and only allows you to do the hourly chimes. So what I'll do is I'll take it to the 8 o'clock hour, and it should chime 8. So you can hear it's going through the motor, so you can't hear the Westminster chimes, so that's been turned off. That's if you want to turn that off. And then once it's finished the motion for the Westminster chimes, and it's on silent, there we go. There we go. So you can turn the actual Westminster chimes off from here. So I'll just leave these in a downward position so that they're ready to go. But you can turn it off completely from the front section that I showed you there. So as you can hear, the clock is ticking away quite nicely. Thank you very much.